Body bags where horror lies.
Welcome back to Body Bags. This is week number 435. This is a theme week, and the theme is love horror. I'll be your host, Jason from Horrific Nightmares, and today we're going to be talking about the sister of Ursula. The Sister of Ursula is a 1978 film which runs approximately 96 minutes and is written and directed by Enzo Milioni. Now, everything he did was all Italian, and I can't pronounce any of it. Bunch of TV shows, bunch of movies, and I don't speak Italian, so you don't want to hear me try to pronounce those. This stars Barbara Magnolfi as Ursula Bayer. She was in Suspiria, Seeds, and Violent Shit. Stefania Diamario as Dagmar Bayer. She was in Monsignor, Nightmare City, and Zombie. And Anna Zinman as Vanessa. She was in Across Red Nights, Day of Violence, and The Big Racket. Now, Barbara, who plays Ursula in the film, said that she wasn't happy with the final product. She also said that they changed it from a psychological thriller to an erotic thriller. And boy, did they. Now, this week's theme, and this is going to be kind of weird, but this week's theme is love horror. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to talk about the love horror in this film, other than to say this involves the love of a family member. And I'm going to have to leave it at that. Now, this is about Ursula and Dagmar. After the death of their father, they decided that they need a vacation to bond as sisters and to kind of get away from everything, including their grief, for a little while. Now, these sisters couldn't be more different. Ursula is very reserved, very moody, where Dagmar is very promiscuous and kind of happy-go-lucky. Now, they stay on this resort type place that is just awesome. The scenery is breathtaking. It is right on the water, and it's just beautiful. And in this resort or hotel, you have this motley crew of characters, anywhere from drug dealers to women beatings to men cheating on their wives, so on and so forth. Well, some of the guests get taken out one by one in standard slasher style with some pretty interesting weapons. And of course, this is a giallo, which I didn't mention, but this does fall under the giallo guidelines, because you have your killer in a black trench coat and black gloves, and slicing and dicing using different weapons. Like I said, I can't really talk about the love in this, other than the fact that the horror is caused because of the love of a family member. And like I said, I have to leave it at that. Now, what did I think of this film? After watching the film and reading what Barbara had to say about the film, in a way, I kind of agree. Now, when you watch Gialli, you can expect a fair amount of nudity, a fair amount of 70s bush, especially in the 70s, and a fair amount of how can I put it? Other body parts as well. But did it need to go as far as it did, and did it take away from the film? In a way, I think it did. I thought this was a great giallo, first of all. I like the twist. The twists, plural. I like the group of characters, because there were so many red herrings. You couldn't swing a dead cat without hitting a red herring, which made it for an interesting watch. I did guess towards the middle of the film who the killer was, and I was right. But this one did throw me for, over half the film. All in all, a good giallo. Now, this is Severance, which has been around for a long time. Um, this is actually getting redone, reprinted, if you will. Um, Apparently, Vinegar Syndrome got the rights to it and is putting it in their upcoming Lost or Forgotten Giallo, and I believe this is either 4 or 5, volume 4 or 5. So they are putting this Sister of Ursula in there. Be interesting to find out if they um, have any new special features, or because this one doesn't really have much extra features on this. Is, well, I can't really say what that is because that will give away the plot twist. So yeah, it does have a trailer and some other stuff. That's about as far as I can go. um, Good giallo, little too much. I think it relies a little too much on the nudity at times. This did have a good story, and it was good enough to stand on its own without having all that. Not that the women in the film weren't nice to look at. It's just, it kind of takes away from it a little bit when there's an overabundance of nudity in a film, in my opinion. Definitely check this one out. And if you like what you see in here, hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, peace.